In this episode, we talk about how to find your perfect business mentor. Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 33 of the Honest Entrepreneur Show. My name's Tom Ross. Let's get into it.
This question is from Paige Garland. Hey Tom, I'm in the process of potentially looking for someone to mentor me. How would you go about selecting a person who could be a good fit? What steps would you take to get them primed for the ask?
This is a really good question from Paige, and it's something I've experienced myself. I had a couple of business mentors back in the day, and it was transformative. I loved the process, and it quite literally changed my life. You know, having these more experienced people give some perspective and guidance, I think is fundamentally an amazing thing. So I think the fact that you're looking for a mentor, Paige, is a really, really savvy move. In terms of how to get that in, it's tough, right? Because these people are generally successful and inherently they're going to be very busy. I know I'm busy like every hour of the day right now. And so I have had mentee requests through in the past and I've had to say no to them. And that's just the reality of it. And I love to help other people. You know, that's what I'm trying to build here. But I still have to say no because it takes time. It takes like a lot of time and effort to really mentor someone properly. So I think you need to go in and you need to build context. You need to build relationship. And that's so key. And to give you an example, I've had the weekly tribe calls that I do for a long time now. I know there's crazy audio out the window. We're going to keep going. I've had these weekly tribe calls for months now. And it's only recently that I've started expanding them to a bigger group and scaling that up. But for months, there was like 5 or 6 people on these calls. And that's pretty much as close to mentorship as you can get. On some weeks, people had stuff going on. There were like 2 or 3 people. So it was a lot of time, a lot of one-on-one FaceTime. And so I did feel, I guess, like a business mentor for those people. And how they were able to achieve that was by being the most active people in my community. They commented on all my stuff. They massaged my ego in that way. And that's just the reality. You know, that feels good to anyone who's putting out content like this. When people appreciate that and support that, they're definitely going to get in your good books. And that's how it worked. And I see this happen all the time. It happens with mentorship. It happens with pitching. I've shouted about this recently, but Rachel, who's one of the tribe here, one of the community, she's landed some big clients recently for her copywriting skills. And she nailed it, like right out the gate. It wasn't an uphill battle. She wasn't going and spamming and cold pitching 5,000 people. She reached out to a small handful of big names in the industry, and they all said yes. And they said yes not just because she offers a good service. They primarily said yes because they had context on her. They'd been talking with her for months. They knew about her. They'd seen her content on Instagram. They chatted in the DMs. She commented on their stuff all the time. She genuinely knew about them and had context on them and supported their work. And so when she reached out with this thing, it's like, oh yeah, that's Rachel. Of course I'm going to say yes. And for the record, this is Rachel who does the voiceovers so awesomely at the start of these episodes. Case in point, right? I'm involving Rachel in this show because I know Rachel now. We've chatted on the phone. And that human relationship is everything. When you're going in for the ask of anything, especially mentorship, actually knowing the person, having brought them some kind of value, even if it's just a series of comments on their posts, is a real thing. And I'm not saying go and find your ideal mentor, comment on 3 Instagram posts they put out in a week and then say, hey, can you mentor me, please? You need to go deeper than that. So really think like, what can you bring to them? Maybe you can do a trade or a barter system. Maybe you can do them some graphics or help with their copywriting or scheduling of social media posts or whatever it might be. And you're like a diehard fan and you're shouting in every comment section. That's the kind of person that's really going to stand out in a positive way. And that's going to exponentially increase the chances of them actually turning around and giving you the time of day. I guess on a final note, realize it might be a numbers game because it's a big commitment to mentor people. So you could do everything I just described and they'd still be perfectly within their rights to say no. And you'd have to accept that, and that should be absolutely fine with you because then you go and try with the next 5 people. So I hope that helps Paige and everyone else watching and listening at home. Question of the day: if you could pick any human being on earth to be your personal business mentor, who would they be? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching this episode, everyone. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe using the little bell icon below on YouTube. That is the best single way to get notified when I release new daily episodes and try and bring you that daily value. So if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe.